Welcome back to the Twin Moons channel. This is a love reading for the week of January 12th through January 18th. What is the Aries expecting this week in love? Alright, so I'm just going to do a little shuffling. Hopefully you guys can see that on camera. Perfect. So I'm just going to shuffle 2 more times. I like to shuffle 3 times before I start. And then I'm just going to say a little prayer over the cards. Dear Mother Universe, thank you for bringing us here today and waking us up. Please let the messages of love and light come through for the viewer and the reader. Oops, I'm just going to leave that out. For the viewer and the reader, may the messages of love and light come through for their greatest and highest purpose. May their answers be given and... Ooh, leave that one out too. And may they find the mental clarity and peace that they are searching for. Alright, thanks. Let's keep it coming. Wow. Aries, you got a lot of energy going on here. What's going on for Aries? January 12th through January 18th. What should the Aries expect in love? I'll put that over there. What should the Aries expect in love this week? What should the Aries expect in love? Alright, I'm going to do a couple more. See what else comes out. Nothing else? Nothing else? Alright. We'll just start there. So the first card that dropped out was the 5 of Cups. And then the 10 of Wands, 7 of Swords, the Hierophant, the 4 of Wands, and the Queen of Cups. So this is my Egyptian deck. This is my favorite deck that I like to use. I'm going to zoom this in a little bit so you guys can see. Hopefully that's a better angle. Okay. So the first card that dropped out was the 5 of Cups. So there's some sense of lack here in love. There's a sense of unfulfillment. And then there's a 10 of Wands. So there's a burden here. So right at the top we have a sense of lack, unfulfillment, and a burden that's being carried with some type of action, because wands are all about action. So there's something that you either have to do or that you are putting off, that you're procrastinating, that you feel is a burden, or there's something that's weighing you down when it comes to your everyday task. And then the next row we have the 7 of Swords followed by the Hierophant. So the 7 of Swords is kind of like, I always look at that as, it's like a, it's kind of like a confusion, sense of confusion. But what are we confused about? So there's the Hierophant, there's commitment, 4 of Wands, Queen of Cups. So it seems as though there's something that's weighing heavily on your heart and it's making you feel like lackful. And you're kind of confused about the situation because you see the longevity of the situation with this person, I guess, but it's not looking as it appears. So it's like you see how like far it can go, but it doesn't look like that on the outside. So in your mind, you're like, okay, but that don't make sense. If this is supposed to be this way, why do I feel like this? Why is it not this? So, but luckily you have the Twin Flame card, which is the 4 of Wands. So that's promising. And it's the Queen of Cups is here. So there's definitely love here. But there's something here that's, and let me get some clarity. There's something here that you guys are a little stressed about. Let's see. Why is this 7 of Swords here? Why is the 7 of Swords here? 7 of Swords. Seven of Swords. Why is Seven of Swords here? Oh, there's a card. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. So you want everything to be abundant and overflowing, and it's not quite like that right now. But it's meant to be this way. Like, I know that's not what y'all want to hear, but right now things may not be the most ideal situation. Like, I'm seeing that there's some sense of like abandonment. Now, I don't know if somebody just left you hanging, or if you haven't communicated with somebody, or if somebody's not sharing all of their feelings with you. There's some sense of unfulfillment, like in the heart space that you're feeling right now with the specific person, and it's weighing you down, and you're just a little confused about what's going on right now, because you know it's just not quite as you feel it to be, or as you once felt it to be. But there's what you're not realizing, I guess, is that there's some significant like growth that's happening. There's some significant transformation that's taking place here, and it's for the greater good. It's for the betterment of your relationship, and this person does feel the same way you do, because there's a Queen of Cups here. So there's not a lack of love here at all. And then there's the Four of Wands, which is the energy of feeling like you can just take on any task, and that there's a brighter tomorrow, and that, you know, together we are better as one. Like, there's a lot of positive cards here, but it's just your mind that's interpreting like what you're seeing on the outside as a negative, when in actuality it's really not. And I get it. It's like you want everything to just, you know, be abundant. You want to have it all, and you will have it all, because the Nine of Pentacles is here. But you gotta like be patient, and you can't just expect it to happen overnight. I get it, Aries. I am an Aries, and I understand. We are definitely not the most patient. Let's keep going. All right, let's tap into the energy of the other person. What is going on with Aries person? What is going on with their person? What is going on with Aries person? Let's tap into their energy. Who are you watching for? And if you're cross-watching, oh, okay. If you're watching this for the Aries, this is what's happening. Alright, so the Ace of Wands just came out, and the Six of Cups. Ooh, okay. And the Emperor. Ooh, okay. So, Ace of Wands is all about new beginnings, new relationships, new strides in the right direction. I mean, it makes sense because it is the beginning of the year. 2020 is here. It's a new decade. It's a new astrological era. I'm not an astrologist, so forgive me if I said that wrong, but I do believe that this is we've stepped into a new age of a different sign or zodiac. So there's just a lot of transformation that's happening right now, and it's coming through in the cards for this person that you're watching for, or if you're cross watching, it's coming through for your Aries. But yeah. So there's some definitely, like I said, you're looking at this situation like it's a negative because it isn't the most ideal, and you feel unfulfilled right now. But that's because something underneath the scenes, underneath the surface is happening here. There's a new beginning that's taking place. And this person is thinking, when they think of you, they think fondly of you. There's a Six of Cups right here. The Six of Cups is the remembrance card. The Six of Cups is the card that's like old flames, old relationships, past lovers, past, it could be past life as well. So when they think about you, they think fondly of you, and they feel very strongly for you. They have the Emperor here, and a Hierophant is already here. So that's all about stability. That's all about, you know, marriage, tradition. The Hierophant, I believe, is a Taurus card, so that might be significant to some of you. And then the Emperor is the Aries card. So, you know, Aries energy is here. Their energy is coming through strong. But the Emperor is somebody that knows what they want. They know how to get it. They're fearless. They're solid in everything they do. I mean, for God's sake, they run an empire. So the Emperor is somebody that doesn't, you know, make mistakes. And if they do make mistakes, it's because they were trying to do something for the greater good of other people. So it's like, is it really a mistake when, you know, you're learning from it? So, yeah, so this person is transitioning into something new, like something brand new is happening for them. They're stepping into some brighter, newer energy. But when they think about you, they still remember and they feel the same like passion that you feel, and they still look at you in this like longing way. Like when you think about something in your past and you're like, oh, I'm just in a trance, I'm just in a daze, wow. That's how they look at, that's how they think about you. When they think about you, it's a very positive way that they feel about you. And this Emperor energy says it all. Like they getting ready to get in a bag. They getting ready to take on the world. They're getting ready to become the best version of themselves. And honestly, sometimes, you know, they might have to take a step back away from you, or away from your situation, or if you're in a relationship, maybe they needed some space, or maybe they're just seeming a little distant, or whatever the case may be. But it's naturally gonna happen when somebody's growing. Like when growth and change happens, sometimes you gotta isolate yourself. So you kind of have to separate your feelings from the situation and just allow it to be what it has to be, because something greater is coming. All right. So let's see. A message from their higher self to you. What is it that their higher self wants to communicate with you, or needs to communicate with you? What is it that they need to say but they haven't said? Let's see. Oh, wow. Okay. Straight off the rip. All right. So we have, sorry, I just want y'all, all the cards to be on the camera. So we have Temperance, Eight of Cups, and Eight of Swords. Ooh, duality. So, Temperance, that's Sagittarius. So if that means anything to anybody, Temperance is the Sagittarius card. So that might be a special message for somebody. Remember how I was just telling y'all need to be patient? Literally, Temperance is the patience card. Like, Temperance is the person that's telling you to water and nurture yourself. Temperance is the card that's allowing you to be fulfilled within yourself. Like, the reason you feel unfulfilled right now is because you're placing too much of your energy and too much of your happiness with another human being, and that's never healthy. And you have to learn to fulfill yourself. Whether this person is meant for you or not, you still have to be happy by yourself. And when you get to the point where you're dependent on somebody else for your happiness, then you're going to start to feel unfulfilled. You're going to start to feel weighed down when their energy is being weighed down, or when they take their energy back from you. And you can never get to a point where you're codependent on somebody else for your happiness. So I'm not talking to all the Aries out there, but to somebody, that message is meant for somebody. So let it resonate if it resonates. If it don't, throw it out. You know what I'm saying? It ain't got to apply to you. Don't try and make it fit if it don't. You know, these are just general readings, so sometimes one size does not fit all. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm gonna get back to the message. So yeah, so just be patient. Like, this person is in a very like growth transitional stage, but it's beautiful. Like, the growth that's happening for them is something that's like life changing. It's something that's happening for the betterment of themselves. And if you really care about this person, you want that growth. This might be what you've been asking for, and now that it's coming, you mad because they ain't calling you back right away. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta chill. I know how it is though. I'm an Aries. I be spazzing too. Like, literally the other day, I was mad because I had texted somebody and I like really liked them, and they didn't text me back right away. So I was telling my friend, I'm gonna just give up, man, forget him. But then, like, literally, like, the next day, he texted me back, and he was so sweet. So I was like, I tweaked. Okay, my fault. So sometimes you just got to be patient. You know what I'm saying? There is some communication coming in. Like, I do see that they're going to express themselves to you soon. With this 8 of Cups. But you could either look at it and like, okay, and expect good news to come to you, or you could sit through and just sit on it and be like, nah, man, they ain't saying nothing to me. And you could literally, that's why it's 2 cards here. That's why it's the 8 of Cups and it's the 8 of Swords. So you can look at it in a positive way, like, you know what, I'm gonna just be patient and wait for the message to come through. And, you know, if this person hasn't responded to me, or I haven't heard from them, or I haven't talked to them, or they're acting slightly different, I'm going to just wait for them to figure it out. And then, you know, I know they're going to communicate to me what's going on. Or you can sit around and be in your head and be sad and mad and like, why they didn't text me back, like I was yesterday. Like, I literally, like I told y'all, I was spazzing. I was like, forget this nigga. Forget him. But now I'm like, oh, I was tweaking. So you got 2 choices. You could either look at it and just be patient and be cool and just know that the messages that you're waiting on are coming to you, and that everything is happening for your greatest and highest good and for their greatest and highest good. Or you could sit around and mope around and be in your head about it and expect the worst. Your choice. The choice is yours. All right. Final message for Aries for January 12th through January, what day? I don't know, 16th? Yes. All right. Final message. The Wheel of Fortune. What'd I just say? Literally, just be patient. The tide will shift in your favor soon. Now, the Wheel of Fortune, it can go either way. These cards are neither bad nor good. They're neutral. So, the Wheel of Fortune it can go good luck or bad luck. But it's all about the stroke. It's all about the direction you push it in. So, what are you feeding? Are you going to feed the positive side and just know that, you know, things are going to be explained and revealed? Or are you feeding the negative side and just going to be all, this is bad luck, they not going to text me back, they not going to, no. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't be sitting around, moping around when stuff don't go your way. You got to be patient. And I know that's hard for you, Aries, but you got to be patient because, look, change is coming. And the more positive you think, the better that wheel is going to turn in your favor. You just got to allow it to happen. You literally have to allow the wheel to turn. Sometimes the wheel is going to turn and it's not going to be necessarily in your favor, and that's where you at right now. But once, sure enough, as that wheel turned out of your favor, it's going to turn right back into your favor. You got to always keep that in mind. You got to always keep in mind that even when things aren't quite the way you want it to be, that doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. That doesn't mean that it can never go back to how you want it to be. You just got to stay positive. You also got to be patient. And you also have to be understanding and understand that sometimes, you know, people have to take time for themselves. You can't feel like people are abandoning you, or, you know what I'm saying? You can't be insecure about stuff. You got to be solid within yourself and be cool by yourself, period. All right, that's all I have for you, Aries. Tune back in next week for your weekly reading, and also tune in on Wednesdays and Fridays for our pick a card.